Who doesn't like spaghetti before your workout? Alright, so right here I'm doing what I guess only people who have garage gyms know, and that's getting ready to lift. Putting all the weights, out. I don't really have a place to where, I could easily get unrack the weights, but this is just as bad as re-racking the weights. I mean, I tell you what, I have a passion for powerlifting, okay, all aspects. All aspects, but doing this right here and re-racking the weights. I mean, re-racking the weights and doing this is worse than not PRing on your lifts. Alright, so now we get to squatting. This is 135, and I'm going to be doing low bar, not high bar. And what that basically means is just the bar is going to sit right below my traps onto my rear delts. I also squat with feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, but if you're new to squatting, feet shoulder width apart is a very good place to start. All right, so this is 225, and one of the things I kind of want to address is the fact that I'm not, as you can see here, I'm not using a belt. Why? Because like in my other videos, it's not within 70% of my 1 rep max. So as you can see, I'm doing low bar. My feet are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. I brace my core, take a deep breath, unrack, then I'm gonna take a deep breath, brace my core again, and squat down, nice and controlled. There you go. And then re-rack. Alright, so this is 275, and as you can see, I have the belt on because it is over 70% of my 1 rep max. And I get ready. I brace my core, feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Take a deep breath, unrack, compose myself again, feet placement. Take a deep breath, brace my core, squat down, nice and controlled. 1, nice. All right, so what we have here is 305. Now, what I want you to notice on this one, and it's something that I have to fix, is how, not on the first rep, but I think the 3rd and 4th rep, my butt goes up before my chest does, which is not something that you want. You want your butt to elevate at the same time as your chest does. And what you do to fix that is to think of pushing your hips forward as you're squatting up. Now let's see when I do it. See, I did it slightly right there. This next rep, I believe, you're gonna be able to see it clearly. Yeah, you see that? See, you don't want that. I need to focus on pushing my hips forward, which I'm not doing. I'm too much in the moment. There you go. You see how my butt goes higher than my chest? You don't want that. Definitely to fix that. Four reps with the 4th one being a grinder for sure. All right, so this is 315. I believe I got it for 3. Last rep was a grinder, not as much of a grinder as the 305. The last rep of 305 though, but my butt ascending before my chest is definitely more prevalent in these 3 reps, just because form starts breaking down when you get heavier, which shouldn't be so. You should have very good form with heavier weight for safety reasons, obviously. But as you can see, you can clearly see that it just goes up before my chest does. You want both of those to go up at the same time. Yep. 3 solid reps. And I think I tried 325. Alright, so now this is 325. I only get it for 1. I just couldn't get another 2 just because I was just exhausted. I really was. But next time, I want to be able to hit this for 6. That'd be nice. But I get this one for solid rep. I wear that little cloth thing because, the belt is a size 32 belt that I use. I have a 27-inch waist. So that's why I also wear a sweater under it, to be able to fill that space. be able to brace my core tighter. There you go. Solid rep though. Ooh, too close to the camera here. All right. That's the training video, guys. 405, road to 405. I didn't do as much as I wanted to just because I was pressed for time. I usually like to go into hypertrophy after I hit, my heavy weight, but like I said, I didn't have the time because I was irresponsible. Anyways, I hit some PRs today. I hit 305 for 4, never hit that. I hit 315 for 3. I've hit 315 for 2 questionable reps. But this 315 for 3 definitely looked better. When I say questionable reps for the 315 for 2, I mean depth wise. I didn't really sink them in. I really didn't. But these 315 for 3, while I didn't bury it, it was down there. It was pretty good. At least I was proud of it. I felt comfortable with the heavy weight. This is the most comfortable I've felt with heavier weight in a long time, or ever with squats. Squats for me are my most frustrating lift. They're also my weakest in terms of ratios. Compared to body weight and all that. But yeah, road to 405, baby. Like this is what I'm gonna be doing here. I got road to 315-pound bench. Shoot, I already hit 405 deadlift. I've been chasing that for a year, but now it's gonna be road to 500-pound deadlift. Okay, when that's gonna happen, I don't know. When is 405 back for 405-pound back squat? I was almost gonna say front squat. Dang, that would be nice. But anyways, who knows when I hit 405-pound back squat? It could be in episode 22, episode 64, episode whatever. Just know that it's gonna get there, and when it does, it's not gonna end there. I'll make another one, and it's gonna be titled "Road to 500-pound back squat," and then maybe I could make another one saying "Road to 405-pound front squat." But that's focusing on right now. Let's focus on right now. These little PRs that I've had. I try to hit 325 for more than one. That's not my max. My previous max was 335, but as you can see, I did all that. 305 for 4. The 4th rep, the last one was a grinder, and so it's just I didn't have anything in me. Next time though, I'm gonna try to hit 325 for 3, hopefully, and 315 for 4. But yeah, like join me on my journey to hitting these weights. If you're a powerlifter, if you squat, and if you see something that I'm doing wrong in terms of my form, as obviously I was doing because I was pointing it out, let me know, because I'm here to learn just as much as you are. I just want to share my progression to you, mainly because I don't feel like there's too many little guys representing the sport. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm the forerunner and I'm follow me, I'm like the strongest. No, I'm just saying, someone like, I want to be that someone that when, a little guy like a 120 pounder or a 130 or 140 pounder wants to go into the sport, they're like, oh, dang, I can actually lift decent weight, heavy weight. Because the only 2 big guys that I know that are the smaller guys in terms of powerlifting is Kevin the Pitbull Torres from Strength Cartel and Tiny and Tough. Those 2 are freaking giants in the powerlifting community. They're freaking... They're strong. They're so dang strong. Those are the only 2 I can think of, to be honest. No, and there's like some Russian guy. I don't know his name though. But yeah, I just wanted there to be more little guys out here representing the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like we already got Stan Efferding, the legend Stan Efferding, the freaking phenom Larry Wheels. You got Mark Bell, Silent Mike. All those guys are pretty big guys. So I just want there to be a smaller guy. I want to be someone that the smaller guys can kind of see, oh man, we can get strong too, But yeah, join me on my journey, guys, for a 405-pound back squat, and I'll see you guys on the next video. This is Power FM.